Welcome back to the channel. We're Fandom Fix. I'm Austin, and that's Jonathan. And today we're talking about Universal's new theme park, Epic Universe. This thing opens up May 22nd, 2025. So we're only a short 2 months away from this park opening. And this past week, there was some photos that were released for this new park. And there's just some teases with the whole Super Nintendo world that we want to get into. So, Jonathan, let's jump into these photos and just see what there is to talk about, see what teases are being revealed here. And what we can look forward to with this new park, because I know you and I are excited about going to this later this year. So
absolutely, yeah. Let's take a look.
Sweet. So here is photos of the gate right off the bat, so we can make this full screen real quick. So this is the gate walking into Epic Universe. So kind of the whole like thematic element here is you walk into a portal, and there's different worlds that you can go through different portals here. So you can kind of see here at the top, there's like these little icons for each of the worlds. So you can see Mario's right there. But
cool.
what is your thought about this kind of just like this theme? It's
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
interesting.
they're making it very grand. I think Universal's whole thing is, they want people to be immersed in the world, which I think that's the way to do theme parks. I mean, people go to those places to really like try to experience, each world differently, So I think for these particular different worlds like Super Nintendo World or How to Train Your Dragon's place or Harry Potter, like people want to go in and say, whoa, I feel like I'm in the game. I feel like I'm in the movie. I feel like I'm experiencing what the characters that they love experience. And so I love the fact that it's like so grand, something you wouldn't see in real life. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's cool. And you're talking about Harry Potter. So this is the first image of the world that they're doing for Harry Potter. This is more of the Fantastic Beasts time period in the Harry Potter universe. So you get Paris and just kind of this like oddity carnival type feel here. And it really feels immersive. I mean, the Harry Potter world, Diagon Alley, is the most immersive thing at any theme park I've ever been to. More than Disney, more than anything else Universal has. So to me, this looks super cool. I mean, it looks like you can't even tell you're in a theme park. It just looks like you're in another city, another world.
Yeah, they've done a really good job with the Harry Potter, the previous two at Universal, and this one looks like more of the same. I mean, yeah, like you said, you really can't. There's nothing else that you can see to make you think that you're not in the world of Harry Potter, and that's really cool. They do a really good job with that, along with all the stores being totally themed and selling all the right foods and drinks and things like that. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious. So, those movies didn't do too great in the box office. So I'm curious at how the storytelling aspect of this is going to be. Are those actors going to be in the theme park like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and them are in the other one? Or are they going to include those characters into this as well? I haven't seen too many details on this yet. So I'm really curious at how this plays out. But I think this looks beautifully done. So this next one is the Super Nintendo World, and this is the one you and I are most excited about. I'm pumped to see what this looks like in person because just from the photos, we've seen a lot of photos already of this, and you see the tunnel to the Yoshi's Adventure ride with the train ride here on the bridge, the flag at the top. It just seems incredibly immersive. Like you can climb these towers and do pretty much everything Mario and his friends would do in the games. And so, what are your thoughts about this? Like, do you think this is going to live up to the hype here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this looks awesome. This is the third park that Super Nintendo World is opening at after Japan and California, and now it's coming to Orlando Universal, and I think it just looks as good as ever. Obviously, we got Mount Beanpole from Super Mario 3D World. Just a beautiful picture of that with the flagpole at top. So great and true to the games. I love all the animatronic piranha plants, Goombas, Troopas. I think those look awesome. I'm really excited to check out the castles, and I know we're not looking at the castles now, but Bowser's Castle, Peach's Castle, and then the Mario Kart ride, which I know is going to be the biggest kind of draw to it. But yeah, this looks great. I'm obviously very excited to go later on when it opens later this year. But I think just by looks, it looks amazing. You even got the rolling hills in the background. And just the background things that they've added in to make it, again, feel like you're in the game. I think they nailed it.
Yeah, so if we jump over to Google Images and just look up, this stuff, like, I mean, you can see right here, this is the Bowser's Castle right here.
Oh, yeah.
In the far, you have the Donkey Kong tunnel right here. I mean, there's so much. I mean, that shot that we were looking at in the other photo, like, that's just this main tower in the middle. But there's just so much to see here, and you can see that there's just so much detail and exploration to do within you got Mushroom Kingdom, and then you end up in Bowser, end up in the jungle. Here's another shot right here of that, and you can just see nothing but trees around, so it just looks immersive. It looks like you're in the game, going from level to level, like you would in a 2D Mario game.
Yeah, again, I think it's going to be super cool, and we already obviously know about the kind of in park game that goes on. There's some active stuff. You can download an app. You can buy the power band, and you can do the interactive games inside the park.
Yeah.
That I mean, that stuff is things like we've never seen before at a theme park, and so that's going to be really really cool to experience those things, like a full on game inside of a park. And so I'm really excited to see that. I know they got a store, the restaurant with totally themed food.
Hmm.
Yeah, awesome stuff. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Well, this next one is the How to Train Your Dragon World, and we haven't seen too much from this yet. But this shot is kind of just that entrance into the world there, and into the kingdom. And it looks like we got a dragon right here on the left hand side, and then just it looks like the village. It looks like the Viking village that they live in the movies. And so I love these movies. I think this is going to be a really exciting experience. Probably some really fun thrill rides, especially with Hiccup and Toothless. Um, yeah, so I can't say too much more about this, but I am pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, this one looks awesome. I too am a big fan of the movies, and yeah, I mean this is just a cool world to be immersed in, and so I'm really excited what they do with the different types of dragons and Viking relationship and what the actual park looks like. I know it's kind of hard to see. I know we don't have too many shots yet, but yeah, I'm excited for this one too.
Sweet. Well, this last one is the Universal Monsters, the Dark Universe, and this is a shot of Dracula's castle. And honestly, just in terms of immersion and environment, this actually might be the best one in terms of like atmosphere immersion here, because this looks creepy. It looks like it's rained right there, like they probably sprayed water down right there. But I mean, I'm pretty pumped just to see kind of is this going to be like Halloween Horror Nights, but like all the time in this section of the theme park. So. Um, yeah, I think Universal has outdone themselves with this new park. I think things like this just show that they have the creativity to be diverse in their different worlds. Something that Disney honestly has been lacking as of late.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. This looks epic. I mean, I'm sorry to use that word, but it really does. I mean,
Yeah,
again, I think that all the parks look so immersive, and I think just as a fan of any of these IP, that you're gonna walk in and be like, "Whoa, this is really really cool." People are gonna want to come back. People want to take their friends and their kids and their family. So I'm really excited. Again, it's only a couple months away, so hopefully we get to experience that sometime this year, Ross.
yeah. Well, the final thing I want to talk about is this leak from Super Nintendo World. Just like some other shots here, and this article from Attractions Magazine, they did talk about the Super Nintendo store, the Superstar store within Super Nintendo World, and the stained glass windows that are within the store. And so what we can see here is actually we get a shot of Donkey Kong and Diddy, but we also get Link, which is just showing us that they are not afraid to be putting in Legend of Zelda stuff into this. And so it really brings up the question, like, what type of Zelda, what type of other Nintendo games are we going to get within this world? Do they have the room to add more in the future? Because right now it's just Mario, Donkey Kong. This article does say that Ganon and Princess Zelda are also within the retail location. So what are your thoughts about this? Like, what do you think that they're going to do with this IP moving forward? Because Zelda's not going anywhere. Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, kids love it. They're going to want to add that stuff in this.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I think that Zelda obviously is one of Nintendo's biggest IP, clearly. And they got Donkey Kong in there, which is great. I think that we may have to wait and see. I don't know, the space issue may be a real thing. I don't know how much space they have, because they're going to want to do it right. And that's going to mean doing a pretty big castle like Hyrule. It's going to be a whole thing. And so if they have the space, I definitely think they got something in the works. And it may come out when we find out more about the movie and how well that does in a couple
Yeah.
years. But there's no doubt, like, Zelda's uber popular.
Yeah.
So I think if they have some space, they definitely got something in the works, or they're thinking about something else. But they're always kind of brainstorming. I know. I think right now it's going to go and try to enjoy Mario and Donkey Kong, and not think about, oh, what else they're gonna do. But I'll be looking out for Easter eggs for sure. I know they put a lot in the park.
They're clearly going to capitalize off this. I mean, you already see this is called Nintendo Superstar Store. This is concept art for it. I would imagine they're going to sell things other than Mario and Donkey Kong in the store. So if they're already showing Zelda on a mural, then they're probably going to sell some Zelda stuff in here. It may not be as prominent, but they would be dumb not to bring unique things to fans like us, families that are coming of these different IPs and selling those products. And so really excited to see how they're going to be a part of that. But I think all of these worlds as a whole are going to be, like you said, epic. I mean, I know that's, a pun intended, but like for real, like this park is probably going to be the best thing that Universal has done. And I think I'm curious to see how the numbers affect Disney, because I think this park is just going to hit like really hard this year. And, we're going to probably go later in the year so we don't hit like the opening traffic, but even then it's going to be packed. So, yeah,
it'll be packed for a while, but it'll be well worth it. We're gonna plan some time. But this marks their 4th park, right? That puts them on par with how many parks that Disney has. So
yeah,
I'm sure that it's going to be just as much of a draw. I mean, they've created a pretty sweet setup there at Universal, and I mean, people are going to have to choose with all the different like numbers of parks now. People can't go on a trip and see everything, so they're going to be choosing, which I think will, impact Disney quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to know what you think out there. What do you think of this new park? Are you excited about it? What do you think of the photos? What are the things you excited about the most? What world are you excited about the most? We would love to know what your theories are about this park. Or, have you been to the ones internationally? But just let us know down in the comments, and get excited for this new park to go visit. So, like this video and subscribe to our channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video from us. But until next time, we're Fandom Fix. See you.